Hello kids, today we will be discussing about transcription, the process known as transcription, which is a step in central dogma of biology. I feel you all know about the central dogma of molecular biology, that's the synthesis of RNA from DNA and then to proteins. So we will be discussing about the copying of genetic information from DNA to RNA, that is known as transcription. So what for that transcription to begin, it needed DNA double-stranded helix. So the polarity of DNA is 5' to 3' end as well as 3' to 5' end. So it also need RNA polymerase enzyme. So every reaction it need an RNA and we need an enzyme. Here we need RNA polymerase enzyme. So I think you all know about the different types of RNAs, that is messenger RNA, transfer RNA, rRNA. Here we have messenger RNA, so they act as messengers. Transfer RNA is nothing but the recruit amino acids to ribosomes so that aid in protein synthesis. Okay, for this we need a DNA double-stranded helix. See the polarity 5' to 3' and 3' to 5' end. So these transcription will take place in only 5' to 3' direction only. That takes place only in this direction. So we need 3' to 5' end strand will act as template or antisense or anticode or minus. Okay, we are going to synthesize mRNA from this strand. We are going to synthesize mRNA from this strand. So it called as template, antisense or anticode because we are making codes from the anticode strand. Okay, we are going to synthesize the code, that means the mRNA from the template strand, and the other strand which is 5' to 3' strand is known as coding sense or plus strand. Okay, we are going to synthesize mRNA. So for that we need RNA polymerase enzyme and the DNA strand. Okay, I think you all know about the base pairing rule. That it means the adenine pairs with thymine in case of DNA, while in case of RNA, the base is uracil. Uracil with which pairs with the adenine. So guanine will pairs with the cytosine. Okay, so let's make the mRNA strand ATG CATG. So what will happen in case of mRNA? Adenine pairs with the uracil, not thymine. So it will pair with the uracil. Then TAGCCGAU So this will be the strand. This is actually happens in transcription. Okay, let's see about the transcription unit. So there are three regions for a transcription unit: promoter, structural gene and terminator. Promoter is the place where RNA polymerase will come and bind. RNA polymerase will come and bind to the promoter region. And this region is AT rich region. That is adenine and thymine rich in this region. The RNA polymerase will attach to Tacta box, and this portion is known as Tacta box. This AT rich region of DNA strand template region. Okay. And it is followed by structural gene, and finally there is a terminator which actually ends the process. So every process has to be ended now. So the terminator will end the process. So I have told you about that structural genes. So actually there are two types of structural genes. In case of eukaryotes, the structural genes are of monocystronic type. But in case of prokaryotes, they are polycystronic type. So there are two types of structural genes, monocystronic and polycystronic. So monocystronic means only one. Mono means one. Cystron, actually what is cystron? Cystron is the DNA segment. That is the segment of DNA that codes for a peptide, that codes for a protein. Okay. So the structural genes in eukaryotes are of monocystronic type. That is, they have the ability of producing only one type of protein from a single DNA segment. Okay, you got the point. So we, like human beings, they have the ability of synthesizing only one protein from a single segment of DNA. Draw a DNA segment 5' to 3' direction. So we have exons. Exons are in expressed sequences. We have exons followed by introns. Introns are actually interrupted sequences. Then comes the exons, intron, exons. Okay, exons are actually the expressed sequences. They are actually codes for a peptide. The introns won't code for a peptide. So in case of us, the introns has to be removed. The introns has to be the interrupted sequences. They don't code for any protein, though, because that interrupted sequences has to be removed and the exons has to be joined by ligase enzymes, then we will get a protein. So that is what in case of eukaryotes, their structural genes are of monocytonic type. So in case of prokaryotes, their structural genes are of polycystonic type. That is, poly means many. They can synthesize many proteins from a single segment of DNA. Okay, single cistron. See, they have many translation stand site. So they can synthesize many proteins. Protein 1, protein 2, protein 3 and protein 4. They can synthesize many protein from a single DNA segment. So that is the difference between monocystonic and polycystonic gene, structural gene types. So polycystonic, that happens in for prokaryotes like E. coli, bacteria. You recall lac acid. They have lac acid operon to carry out the polycystonic type gene function. So monocystonic, they are found in eukaryotes like human beings. So this is what happens in transcription. So it has got 3 steps: initiation, elongation and termination. So in initiation means the beginning of this process. RNA polymerase will come. RNA polymerase has a sigma factor. It has a sigma factor. Sigma factor is actually initiate the process. It comes and bind to the data box of the DNA strand. So that will initiate the process. So that is the only thing that which is happen in initiation step. So second is the elongation. RNA polymerase will add polynucleotide bases to the mRNA. So that is what happened in elongation. So in termination means actually the process has to be stopped now. So the termination is aided by a factor known as Rho factor. So Rho factor will come and bind to the DNA strand. So that will actually stops the movement of RNA polymerase. So hence the process stops. It is what happens in Rho dependent termination. So in case of Rho independent termination, what happens? There is no Rho factor. So what happens? Towards the end of mRNA, there will be palindromic sequences. So those sequences are complementary to each other. So they base pair. And they form a hairpin loop structure. So this is actually happens in Rho independent termination of transcription. So the hairpin loops are formed and it will terminate the process. So that is what happens in case of transcription. So it has got 3 steps: initiation, elongation and termination. Initiation is aided by sigma factor that is attached to RNA polymerase that will come and bind to the data box. Then the synthesis of structural gene takes place, and finally the termination through Rho dependent as well as Rho independent pathways takes place. Okay. So our transcription is over. So we have synthesized an mRNA, but this is actually not the fully developed mRNA. This is known as hnRNA. hnRNA means heteronuclear RNA, which is the precursor of mRNA. So it has to be undergone some modification known as post-transcriptional modification. Okay, what are the post-transcriptional modifications? They are splicing, capping and tailing. Splicing means splitting or split. Okay, it takes place by SNRP enzymes. So please recall, we have exons, introns and exons. So that introns, the interrupted sequences has to be removed and the exons has to be joined together. So the introns are removed by a process known as splicing, and the exons are joined by exon strands are joined by ligase enzyme, and we get a protein. So this is actually what happens in splicing. So splicing is aided by SNRP enzyme, and the joining of exons are aided by ligase enzyme. Okay, second one is the capping and tailing. So we have hnRNA. So capping takes place at the 5' end. So we will add 7-methyl guanosine to the 5' end of hnRNA. So that is the cap. Cap means 7-methyl guanosine. So towards the 3' end, we will add many adenine molecules, that is 200 to nearly 200 to 300 adenine molecules are added towards the 3' end, 3' tail. It is known as tailing. So poly-A tail. It is known as poly-A tail or polyadenylation. So that is what happens in post-transcriptional modification. They are actually the splicing, capping and tailing. Okay, splicing is done by SNAP enzymes and the joining of the exons are aided by ligase enzyme. Capping towards the 5' end, we will add 7-methyl guanosine towards the 5' end as a cap, and towards the 3' end we will add adenine molecules, poly-A tail, or the process is known as polyadenylation. So this is what actually happens in transcription process. So it has got 3 steps. So initiation, elongation and termination. So initiation, it will be aided by sigma factor that is attached to RNA polymerase enzyme. Elongation means the addition of polynucleotide towards the structural gene, that is the mRNA, and finally the termination will take place. So finally towards the final, the post-transcription modification happens. So I hope you have understood the process transcription. So have a great day.